Over the past year, Pokémon Go has gone from being something I open a few times a month to a daily occurrence, not for just myself, but the entire family. Just with the extended family, we can easily defeat raids and fill up gyms together. We take regular walks to raid and take several gyms together and sit together on the couch and spin Pokestops and place lures while watching family shows or eating breakfast. Another way of saying all of this is Pokémon Go has taken over our lives. While I was doing my charity live stream a few weeks ago, the rest of my family played over 10 raids in a day. I squeezed in 4 for my 12-hour stream, and even 1 on a break. 3 weeks ago, we went to the library. My son found a Pokémon Go battle guide that he instantly checked out. Never mind the fact that it's from 2016 and nothing in it is correct anymore. He just had to read it. But how is the game really? It took over the world when it launched, but quickly fell in popularity. Only my brother-in-law kept playing it over the years in my circles. Until we all jumped in it with my son, of course. Going back into it has shown a lot of improvements, but also that a lot of problems persist even to this day, and some are even new. Hi, I'm That Plays Games, and let's go! To begin with, the game is very dependent on your natural availability of Pokestops and gyms. We happen to live within reach of 3 stops just from our house. This means we have complete access to most of the tools we need to play the game. Sometimes, yes, we may need to sit there and spin while doing something else, but we all have the balls, berries, and potions we need for the most part. For contrast, my in-laws don't reach anything from where they live, so they frequently run out of items. In order to get more, they would need to go outside or come over to our place. And while that may be part of the beauty of Pokémon Go, that it makes people more active, it can also ruin the experience, especially for kids. Because when they miss out on catching a rare Pokemon that showed up just because they don't have anything to throw, it's not fun. Or when they can't join the raid because all of their strong Pokemon are damaged from battles and there aren't many revives or potions left. And if doing raids are something you like doing, you will need to open up your wallet, or go and take over gyms if you want to do that more than once a week. Again, not totally a bad thing, but it does make the game a bit unfair for those who happen to live, work, or naturally pass by these on a daily basis. The game still suffers from the randomized spawns. Sure, a water Pokemon is more likely to spawn near bodies of water, urban areas have slightly different weighted spawn rates than suburbs or nature, but having a mission to evolve or catch a Pokemon that you don't even have that isn't showing up regularly, it's just no fun for anyone. That said, new Pokemon show up regularly, so you'd rarely just sit there and wait for new ones. But when you're looking for a specific one, you'll need patience to get back into the game, sometimes for days or weeks on end. And that's not easy for an adult, not to mention a child. And I get that Niantic wants to do these events and seasons, as the roster has grown to over 700 different Pokemons. They need to stagger their appearances in order to make it viable, but that also means that if you miss an event window or send off a weak spare one, you can sometimes have to wait for months just to get what you want. And at the same time, it's also very accessible. I mean, anyone can play for any period of time per session and still get something out of it. While the collection part of the game suffers a little bit from the inventory caps on both Pokemon items and the random spawns, it's just as good as when the craze began, all those years ago. Battling has also seen some improvements since I last played it. The core is still tap as fast as the animation plays, hit the button every now and then and do your special attack, and swap in and out to counter enemy types. Some very simple dodging and blocking mechanics exist as well, but honestly it's not much. Outside of battles in gyms and raids, battles still have a minigame in it in order to do the special attack. It's very basic, but it's still there. And raid and gym battles can be a lot of fun when you do them with others. They still leave a lot to be desired, however. It's honestly mostly button spamming and luck, not much strategy, and strategy was always the main draw of the battles on the main series of anime for me. But at least you can battle with your friends, should you want to. Something that my kids find enjoyable as long as I don't bring my A game into the fight. Speaking of friends, the social aspect has probably seen the biggest improvements. I mean, they still in very classic Nintendo fashion use complex codes you need to share to add your friends, but the fact that you can have friends and send gifts with random items to each other and even trade means that the game is now what it should have been on launch day. Trading is very expensive when it comes to sharing Pokemons with others that they don't have, so catching an extra Lugia, for example, won't mean you can easily give it to your kid. More on the economy of the game later. There is no real way of communicating with others, which I consider to be a big plus. I mean, you can invite your friends to join raids from across the globe and trade with friends only when next to each other. All of these things are good features for parents whose kids want to play. But that said, keep in mind the location postcards from the gifts can indicate your child's whereabouts to strangers, so try to keep your friend list of your kids to, real friends only. You should honestly do that in any game anyway. But for adults, if you want to make sure you can always have a steady stream of items and raid companions, there is a hashtag on Twitter and an entire website dedicated to sharing friend codes with strangers. I'm currently sitting here with over 80 friends on my list, most of whom I have unopened presents for. All throughout the game, however, I find animations that take too long to finish, without any way of skipping them. Opening a present to get a few items shouldn't take 15 seconds. The wiggling Pokeball, I get it, it's a staple of the franchise after all. But does the encounter need a full 3 seconds to get into a throwing ready state? Or feeding berries needing several taps and several seconds? Let's be honest, not really. A lot of the game feels slow due to an overly long animations and extra taps just to do basic things. Catching a Pokemon or opening a gift nets you some Stardust, a shared currency used in making Pokemon stronger, but also in trading. Usually you maybe get like 100 or 200 Stardust per catch or gift. Making a single Pokemon reach its full strength will cost you well over 200,000. You want to trade a legendary to your kid because theirs ran away after the raid? 40,000 to a million, depending on your current friendship level. There's honestly also a bit of a gacha mechanic with the Pokemon you catch, with stats being varied, but them in categories of 0 to 4 stars. And with a maximum of 50 Pokemon coins, the other currency of the game, being obtainable for free per day by defending gyms for several hours, and more ways to spend them than seems reasonable to me, the economy of Pokémon Go is not near as fair it just should be for a game so popular with a younger audience. So much of the game just feels a bit half-assed. For example, nameless Team Rocket grunts pop up all over the place, and after defeating 6 of them, you get to battle one of their 3 leaders, all fair and square, but there isn't really any benefit in doing so. It's just a slightly harder battle and a slightly rarer Pokemon to catch afterwards, but it's not much. It's not until developer Niantic decides to have some special events that gives you a mission to defeat all 3 of those leaders, rather than the top dog Giovanni, famous from the anime and the first games, that you can actually get some sort of meaningful benefit from it. I'm willing to guess it was implemented during an event and just left in to pad out the gameplay. I want to like this game more than I do, and half of my dislikes for it is probably based on what I wish it could be, rather than what it actually is. It is a fun game to play with the entire family. The kids love it, and it can be almost relaxing to just sit there and spin and catch while in a meeting or watching TV. It is not good enough to warrant a dad's seal of approval, but it's also not a game I would advise against. There's a lot of fun to be had here, but there's a lot of factors that try to limit that fun. Thank you for watching. If you came here for the gaming content, the parental angle, or if autoplay just got you here and you forgot to turn it off, well, subscribe to the channel for more content for parents who game, parents of gamers, and some general gaming content in between. Hit the notification bell and hopefully you will be notified whenever I upload or stream. And lastly, like the video and comment with your opinions in the comment section below, as doing so really helps the channel out with visibility. So see you around.